I belong to me. I don't belong to you. My heart is my possession. I'll be my own reflection. Oh. Alright, so now that you heard me crack that song up, it's time for us to dive into the Bachelorette episode number 5. Let me first talk about that little snippet that they had with Clare and Dave in the middle of Tayshia's show. Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody really cares. Get it out there. I thought that was just like a waste of time. Like, we get it. You're happy. You've never contacted each other while you were quarantining for the show. Now, move on. It's like I'm salty, but I'm not salty because I'm happy for them and I hope it works. But did you see Dale's face when she mentioned babies? Because obviously she's 39. She's not getting any younger. She needs her babies right now. So Dale needs to figure out what he's going to do. She just controlled the entire interview. Like, Dale probably only got like 2 words in. She was the one talking all the time. So, you know, boss baby, boo, let me talk about this because I know how to talk about this. And she's like, Dale showed up for me. Dale showed up for me and that's all I ever wanted. And I'm like, God, there were 31 men on the show that showed up for you, honey. 31, okay? So it wasn't just Dale. I mean, I get it and I'm happy for you, but at the same time, I'm salty. Because you wasted those guys' time. But not really, but kind of did. It was kind of disrespectful. But anyways, let's just carry on into what I really wanted to happen was that they gave her new guys. So when they broke in and gave her new guys, I thought it was going to be like, because you know, Clare started off with like 31 guys. I thought they were going to start it all over with 31 guys. But then again, I understand we're in the middle of the season, so they got to cut it down. So we welcome like 4 new guys. And the only guy's name that I really remember is Spencer, if I'm being honest. Because Spencer came in hot. And I kind of think he's a little douche. And of course, he's the one that Tayshia kind of like draws to, because that's just how women are. We draw to the bad guys, but we want really good guys, really good gentlemen to get married to and live happily ever after. That's not how it's gonna happen, boo-boo. So, I'm happy that they brought in new guys to start fresh, and I'm happy that Jason, I felt it for Jason, but I am happy he was such a man. He said, listen, my heart is invested into Clare. I can't carry on with you because it will not be fair to you, will not be fair to the other guys. And I commend him for doing that. I think that's like a real gentleman. And I'm like, just let him stay on the show to just enjoy his time in Mexico, not to like chase after Tayshia. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna lose track. But anyways, so he can just enjoy his time in Mexico, get his mind off Clare. You know what I mean? I'm like, just have him in the background. Like, hey, what do you want me to do today, guys? Also, you know who else I think that should leave is Blake. Because I think Blake was so invested in Clare. Sorry, guys. He was so invested in Clare. I think he still is in love with Clare and he's in love with Clare. So I think he needs to move on as well. So I don't know. I don't understand why he's still on it, which I'm not really mad because he's like such an eye candy. I cannot get my eyes off of him. His body is good. He just looks like a fierce little beast, a little wolf, and I'm here for it. So we need eye candies on the show. Not that anyone else is not, but I'm just saying Blake, for whatever reason, he's like perfection and I love it, says the married woman. So I honestly thought that Brendan, is it Brendan or Brandon? He would have gotten the first impression rose because they connected so well with both of them getting married so young and getting divorced so young as well. So I thought he would have, or as I should have said, probably should have said, he deserved that rose in my opinion. But the thing is, they only show us so much of the show in such a little time. It's like sometimes we just don't really know what goes on really behind the backgrounds when the cameras are not rolling, or when the cameras are rolling and they just decide to cut that part out. So, but yeah, the 4 new guys, good. As I was saying, she deserves fresh new guys, but whatever. But yeah, there was that little snippet of her in a wedding dress, and that little snippet kind of gave me a clue of who the person was that was standing next to her. Hold on, let me see if I can remember his name. I can't remember his name right now, but I will definitely leave it in here, or his name or his picture or whatever. But I kind of felt that it was him. It was the same guy who they did the wish in the fountain with, which was, I thought, was so sweet and so thoughtful. I thought he deserved a rose as well, but he didn't. When they sat at the fountain and they wished for it, and he's like, if we are going to talk about what you wished for when we get together, like, finally. So I thought that was kind of sweet as well. It's still too early to think about any contenders that I think that will be in the final 2, but I still kind of have like 2 in mind. It's Brendan and that fountain guy. I cannot remember his name. But for Spencer, he just came in a little too hot for me, and he doesn't think his attitude is wrong, and it probably is not. That's probably just how he is, but it's still wrong. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on it. Let's carry it on. I wish Tayshia all the best. She has nice guys. She's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's so beautiful. That one when they did the whole horseback riding and the host just kept popping up everywhere. I thought that was so funny and a little bit annoying, but mostly funny, because, you know, that's just a part of the show, but whatever. But he was so nervous. He wanted to kiss her. Like, you can tell that he was probably like sweating on the inside. It was so cute. I honestly think he's going to make it to the final 2, Brendan, whatever his name is, along with the fountain guy. I don't know, Spencer might come in like 3rd place, because they always hang on to the guys who brings all the drama, because that's what we love. Because that's what I miss with Clare's. As much as I hated it, I did love it because it keeps me entertaining. Like, what is this bitch gonna do now? I'm just so glad she's not there to be crying all the time, to be gullible, to be naive, to be so in love, too in love. I'm over that with Clare. Go get married already so we can stop hearing about you. Go have them babies, honey. Alright, so that is my take on this week. If I missed anything. Oh yeah, let's talk about Bennett for a slight little bit, because Bennett, I cannot get him out of my mind. He's just there. He's just dangling there as far as I know. So it's like, I don't know. I just love Bennett. I think he's probably... I don't know, I think Bennett should have his own show for whatever reason. He just has that persona of like, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected, but I got a little drama. I just hang in the background and talk to people when I need to talk to people. But yeah, I think he's pretty cool. And I'm like, even though some of the guys were there during Clare's time, it's like I'm seeing them for the first time. Like finally coming now to the forefront so I can learn more about them. And I think that is good. And that gives them like equal opportunity to be there for what they're really there for. So who else do you think is gonna be eliminated because of their feelings for Clare? Because it's almost like she's having their sloppy seconds. So I kind of think that they should have eliminated the guys who were invested and spent more time with Clare, and keep the ones that who never really had any chance or time with her. So that's my opinion. Let me know if you agree with me, and I'll see you next week for episode 5, and let's see how that goes. Bye guys.